Man, what's going on, team? We are here again for another Power Pack training session. It is December the 10th, and I just want to say tonight we have some very Power Pack people on this call. Of course, we have our direct upline Brian on this call, which none of us would have really even met if it wasn't for him joining this organization. So I'm thankful for that. Of course, we got our brother Ricardo, which is man just awesome. Anytime this brother talks, I just get information. Um, and we also have Jerica that's going to be on this call tonight. But I'm going to start off by introducing Ricardo, and we're going to get straight into it. Man, this brother, when we go to meetings and he is presenting or he calls me and drop knowledge, I have to check myself. Like, I literally have to sit down and be like, whoa, did he just punch me in the face with that? Because his information is so power packed, it's so informative, it's so deep. And if you are just walking by him, you'll miss minor nuggets to you, but for the business, they're major nuggets. So without further ado, I have the pleasure and the honor of introducing to some and representing to others, Mr. Ricardo Davis.
Oh man, thanks Donald. That introduction by far had to be the best one. But yeah, I love this business. I love what I do. I love dropping knowledge. So any chance that I get to do so, I do it with a big smile on my face. Now, this week's been real busy for me guys, but I do have a treat for you. This is one of my favorite videos I'm going to share with you guys. Most of you seen it, most of you haven't. It motivates me every time I watch it, and it puts me in the right direction. It puts me on the right path. It gets me thinking the right way. So without further ado, it's called American Dream. It's by Soul BB. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Let's play a game. You guess who used to work at the Gap? Kanye West. Guess who used to sell hot dogs at the mall? Eva Mendes. I heard President Andrew Johnson was a tailor, George Washington was a surveyor, Herbert Hoover was an engineer, Theodore Roosevelt was a rancher, and President Jimmy Carter was a peanut farmer. Hugh Jackman, who plays Wolverine, was a clown. But look who's laughing now. You know what I noticed about successful people? Successful people take a course of action which coincides with their belief or passion. Put your hand up if you work a 9 to 5, or 5 to 9, or just any job which you don't enjoy but takes up half your time. Well, hopefully in a couple weeks, months, days, years time, you'll be able to come back to this video, hear that first line, and keep your hand down. Because how many times have you visualized taking a pen from the manager's desk, or the one the cashier keeps behind the till, the one your supervisor places it strategically in their hair, or the one the security guard keeps behind his ear for extra intimidation, and writing your resignation? Because there's nothing wrong with making an honest living, but be honest, are you honestly living? With this menial job which allows you just to stay afloat, yes, a job, a job, which leaves you just over broke every single month. Living your life just for the weekend, living life just on the weekend, because the other 5 days belong to your manager. You see, there's a big difference between a job and a career. Because in a career, no matter how many hours you work, you do it because it's satisfactory. But in a job, you do it for a salary. You're stuck in the rat race. And you know, being stuck in the rat race is one of the biggest of traps, because as a matter of fact, even if you win the rat race, you're still just a rat. See, I understand the need to have a job temporarily, but pursue a career eventually. Because in my job, I used to sell at least 200 shoes a day, and none of that was ever reflected in my pay. One of my colleagues once made the company 5 grand in 1 month. And you know what he got? An email, a £20 discount voucher, and a complimentary lunch. And you think you're safe because your job is commission based, until you've been working there for 3 years and the secretary with the short skirt gets a promotion because her and the boss went for dinner real late. I'm sure you can relate. But wait, are we still happy with an extra week holiday and a raise in a salary? Perhaps we need more clarity. Let's look at the statistics. Because the Industrial Revolution was beneficial technologically, but it coerced a lot of people into factories for ridiculous salaries to benefit their families, and that shaped people's mentalities exponentially, and essentially it became the norm to work for someone else by the turn of the century. And I could have regurgitated facts and figures to support this, but I choose not to boast. Plus, that would give them nothing to write about in the Huffington Post. Now, in 3 years, I've had 6 jobs, and that made me think that long term I could never be happy working one of these jobs. And I used to have a rich uncle called Steve, and they say that apple don't fall far from the tree. So maybe subconsciously I was trying to get one of Steve's jobs. I understand more than anyone that a job allows you to pay the bills, make ends meet, and survive. But that's exactly what it is, surviving, not living. I hope you're aware of the difference. It's like when you hear but don't listen. Because you can hear good advice, but if you don't heed it, it does no benefit to your system. The same way only knowledge with application is wisdom. I hope you're creating the distinction. Sean Corey Carter said it best. 9 to 5 is how you survive, and I'm not trying to survive. So he strived hard for his dream, and look where it took him. So bear that in mind next time you drive past that arena in Brooklyn. But then again, survival is the only trait that every human being has in common. And do not take this as a reason to quit your job, go back home and stare at a computer screen. Because a government check plus idleness does not equal success. Success will not fall in your lap. In my family, we have a saying. It says, if you really want to grow trees, pray for rain, but don't neglect to water your seeds. Chase your dreams. Because I wrote this on the back of a pay slip, on the late shift, the grave shift, of slave ship for makeshift wages. Google the term corporate sharecropping, and you understand what I'm talking about. If somebody wants to do these jobs, then let them. And from the bottom of my heart, I respect them. Because I once met a garbage man who was the happiest man that I've ever met. But don't become a slave to a paycheck, because a job is a safe net, the condom which the system uses to screw you, and none of us would be here if everyone practiced safe sex. Stand tall. And if you're not sure if you're building someone else's dream, maybe this will help. Jerry Giles said, you will recognize your own path when you come upon it, because you will suddenly have all the energy and imagination you will ever need. And don't be afraid to innovate, because it's not about how much change you make, but rather about how much change you make. Because a business that makes nothing but money is a poor business. So you decide what your life is worth, your passion or your paycheck. Because your playing small does not serve the world. Because what is our deepest fear? It's not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Confucius. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Peace.
Wow. Choose a job you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. That right there is powerful. So what I'm gonna do right now, you know, my time is up, but I have the pleasure of introducing somebody that's been in the business for a minute now. She's been in, you know, just a little bit after us. You know, she's one of the original lady bosses. Single mother, school, and work, so her plate is full, but she made it her business to not make any excuses because she see where this business was going to take her. So without further ado, I have the pleasure of introducing Jerika.
Hey everybody, thank you for having me. First and foremost, I do want to say the reason why I did join Wake Up Now was because I saw the benefits, not because, you know, you can make money from it. You can make money anywhere, but I saw the benefits and what it could do for me and my son and for my future in the long run. So what I really want to talk about is, I have a few things here. The first thing is consistency. Now, it's so important to stay consistent, be aware what's going on with Wake Up Now, the new things that are coming out, because, you know, if someone comes and asks you something and you don't know, you know, you're always constantly hitting up your upline. If they're not available, it's kind of difficult. So it's always good to keep up with the new information. it's also good to stay active. Now, I can definitely say this, and I have no shame saying this. When I first got into Wake Up Now, I was on a roll. I was doing three-way calls like maybe 5 times a day with Rocky, and it was a good feeling. I was pumped, and after those calls, I ran out of people to call, so kind of slowed me down. So I had to make sure I utilized the benefits, but at the same time, I had to make sure that I stayed on it. But of course, we're all human. We all have things that go on in our lives that will sidetrack us. And I'll be the first to say that because, yeah, I'm a single mom. I go to school and I work. And when I wasn't working, it took a toll on me. And I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. And I wasn't really as active with Wake Up Now the way I was at the beginning. But I had to remember why I got into this program. I didn't get into this program for anybody else. I got in it because I saw what it could do for me and what it could do for a lot of people. Okay. The second thing I want to talk about is, when you first get into the program, it's not a sign-up game. You're trying to get comfortable with the benefits and know how to do everything before you even open your mouth and speak to anybody else. Now, I've experienced a lot of harsh prospects. Rocky knows that. Even Taboo knew that. I dealt with a lot of harsh prospects, and it was to a point where, you'll do the introduction properly, and they're like, okay, cool. Okay, what time are you free? 8 o'clock, cool. 8 o'clock comes, they get the video. When it's time to call them after that 7 minutes or so, they're nowhere to be found. So it gets very, very frustrating, but me, I just had to, just keep it moving. Okay, well, I'll call them again. If they pick up, great. If not, then, I won't chase anybody because I'm not selling anything. And if I was selling something, then I would constantly chase someone to get back in contact with me. Okay, and another part of that with I would say, prospects is that if you would send them a message, if you would send them a text, no answer, no reply. And we all know with Facebook, when you send someone a message, you can see what time they read that message. So there would be times I'll send a message and I see they read it. I'm like, okay, well, I guess they don't want to be bothered. And that's fine. But what falls under that is rejection. I have a problem being rejected. I'm not even going to lie to you. But I have to allow myself to be humiliated, rejected in order for me to move on, in order for me to be comfortable, and to say, okay, well, next person. It's all right. Whoever said no, no thank you, I'm not interested. Hey, I guarantee you later down the line, they're going to say, hey, remember that stuff you were talking about? I want more info on it. Hey, cool, not a problem. Because I'm not going to chase, I just want to show people that I'm utilizing the benefits, especially TaskSpot, which is my best friend. Another part where I would like to speak about is personal issues. We're all human. We all have things that go on in our lives that will just have us just block things off. And once again, I have no problem admitting that has happened. So, things would happen and, I'm not as pumped as I was at the beginning with Wake Up Now, but I know deep down in my heart, like, I'm not giving up. I have faith. I know where I could go with it. But Rome wasn't built in a day. It's going to take time. Of course, you got to put that effort in, but it's going to take time to get to that rank or get to where you want to get with this program. It's possible. But of course, we all have things that happen in our lives that would just make us just pause for a minute and handle what we have to handle. Not that we're not trying to still be involved, but it's life. Things happen. Okay? And as far as personal issues, like, yes, we are all a family. And I consider you guys as my family, and we all do the same. So, if we are a family, like, it's always good to check up on one another, see how we're doing, not just contact each other when it's just about Wake Up Now, because things happen. Some of us may need someone to talk to, once in a while. Like, no, we're not, going to sit here and talk about your issues, but it's always good to say, hey, how you been? How's everything? All right. Not just calling someone just based on the program. Because I can speak for Donald, not you, the other Donald, who is in New Jersey. He was going through something, and I'm speaking on his behalf because he's at work right now. He was going through something with his job. He lost his job, and me going through what I was going through at the time, I had the ability to keep him motivated and let him know, like, hey, listen, I'm here for you. I'm not just gonna call you and say, hey, are you signed? Did you pay your membership? Like, no, like, I want to make sure you're good too, because at the end of the day, we're a family, right? So I got to make sure he's good. So, he went through whatever he went through, and I believe last week he signed back up. So, he called me and said, hey, listen, I just want to tell you, thank you. Thank you for just, being there, listening, and just motivating me. I'm like, hey, listen, like, that's what we got to do for each other. Like, if I'm going through something, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, I can't right now. I'm gonna try and help you out because we're family. Another part is, as far as the family part, because you all know that my sister was in a terrible car accident. So, I appreciate everybody who did reach out to her, and she appreciates it as well. She, being in the accident, I was chef, I was driver, I was everything. So it was a lot on my plate. So if you guys never heard from me or never seen me interact in the chat, trust me, it's not like I forgot about you guys. It's because I had to be the mouthpiece for her. So as far as that is concerned, another part is, like I said, I did sign up because I saw the benefits and everything. And I love what I saw, and how I was introduced to it. And it's always good to not just focus on just getting signups. Yes, we'd like to get a free membership. Yes, we would like, to move on, but it's always good to focus on the benefits and services, because if you're not active, if you're not in One Finance, if you're not in TaxBot or anything, then what was the purpose of signing up or getting into the program? That's how I see it, because I can't sit there and say, hey, listen, there's a program, and then, they're going to look at me like, well, what do you have to show me? And if I'm not plugged in, then what's the point of me trying to explain it to them? Because, of course, the first thing people want to know is they want to see. And that's what it is, like, people want to see. Like, okay, well, how much you made? Like, it's not about how much I made, but this is what it could do for me. And this is what it has done for me. And this is what it could do for you. And on top of that, like you guys said before, this program is highly recommended for everybody, but it's not for everyone. Not everyone is right for it. And with that is, where I'm at is a little small town, but I have to try and, like, study people before I try and approach them about this, because they may have heard about it. You may have approached somebody like, hey, whatever your approach is, and then first thing, oh no, I heard about that, being negative. That negativity is not gonna work. I'm not going to go back and forth with the person like, oh, no, well, this is what my program does. No, well, okay, well, I'm sorry you had a bad experience, but, I can clarify that for you if you want to have better information on, to get more knowledge on the program. As far as that, let's see. Yeah, just stay motivated, and just, to be honest, I just share my experiences. I can't, I don't go around and try and, hey, you want to sign up? You want to sign up? I just share it like, hey, listen, like, tax season is coming, and I'm getting the extra couple of $1,000. So on that note, I do appreciate you guys having me on this call. It was the first time I've spoke, so kind of nervous, but it's all good. we all go through things, so just try and stay positive, stay motivated. If you have questions, call whoever. We're all here for each other, which is how it should be. And with further ado, I would like to present Donald, who has been with the company for quite some time as well, and he is highly, 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 highly from 0 to 100 motivated, and passionate about Wake Up Now, and I love his drive. He's an awesome guy. I've never met him yet, so I mean it's all good, but he's there for everybody. He's open arms, which is how it should be. So, Donald, feel free to take the stage.
Well, I appreciate the introduction, and as she said, I'm there for everyone. But guys, I want to give y'all a quick backdrop on her story. What you guys may have missed in her presentation was she was actually close to getting out the business herself because she had so much on her plate, and she was just like, it was overwhelming. We had a brief background conversation about this. This is why I can tell you that. But the power of what our benefit package is, she realized I would be stupid to walk away, brain dead. Like, my body's not functioning if I walk away from Wake Up Now. And that's what drove her to get back in. So I just want to say thank you for sticking to it, because so many of us get sidetracked so quickly and walk away. Now, tonight you want to have your pens out, because tonight is going to be a powerful night. But I will tell you right now, if you have emotions, check them. If you have feelings, put them in a suitcase. If you feel some type of way about the message that's going to come forward, then get off the chat and watch it later on YouTube later. Because tonight, I'm going to literally drop some information that's going to hurt your feelings. Why? Because it hurt mine. And the reason why I can make this statement to you is because I'm not telling you something that I've seen. I'm telling you something I've lived through. To give you some background information about what I'm about to talk about, myself and Rocky have had great conversations. But me and Rocky have not always seen eye to eye. We've had some times where we was talking about the same subject, but he was speaking on page 2 and I was speaking on page 4. But in this business, you have to check your ego in order to be successful. No one in this business can ever be successful if their ego is bigger than their business. So tonight, I'm going to drop some information that I promise you, if you don't have a pen, you make sure you get the link tomorrow and you watch it. The first topic of point is, don't expect your upline to be your business. I'm going to say it again. Don't expect your upline to be your business. Is your upline there for you? Is everyone in the business there for you? Absolutely. But the person that's your upline sponsor, whatever term you want to give them, they got you in the business because they saw the benefit and they wanted to expose it to you. And they want to be there to help you walk through whatever situations you need to walk through. But if you expect for them to literally hold your hand through this business, you will never succeed. If you expect for them to put 3 people into the business, you'll never succeed. If you expect for them to get on one local and print out your coupon so you can go grocery shopping, you'll never succeed. See, the problem with a lot of people is we get into this, we get into it off the excitement, but then someone tells us to turn around and put in work, and then we get mad because no one told me it was going to be that hard. Well, sweetie, sir, this is a business. If you're an entrepreneur, you work harder than a person who has a 9-to-5. So get the misconceived notion is of I got into this and I'm going to be successful tomorrow, which is point number 2. This is not a winning lottery ticket. You don't come in and tomorrow you're in 600 club and Thursday you are now making $1,500 a month. There are some steps, there are some things, there are some ups and there are some downs that you have to go through in this business in order to reach any level of success. They say, how can you have a testimony without going through a test? This business is that test because guess what? Most of us got into this business, one, because of either our finances or our tax situation because we wanted to get more on our taxes. Well, let's go ahead and look at this. Most of us have a debt situation. Why? Because the average household of America has over $200,000 in delinquent debt. So if that's what we already deal with, how do you expect to come in today and then be successful tomorrow? Get that concept out of your head. You're not going to change it overnight. Okay? Oh, I told you, I'm going to step on some toes tonight. Uplines, sponsors. If you've come into the business and you've had some success and you have people under you, it is important that you look into them at least once a week. How can you say that you brought this person in, you love them, you cherish them, you support them, and you're not checking on your team? That goes back to Jerica's point. You have to check on your team. You have to check on them, not just Wake Up Now, but your team. Don't say we're a family, but if it's not Wake Up Now, you can't pick up a telephone and make a phone call. You can't send a text, hey, checking on you and your family. Hey, Nance sons play soccer. Damn near know his soccer schedule better than I know mine. Why? Because I check on her. I'm not even responsible for her in no way, shape, or form. She's actually my upline to a degree. But I check on every member of the organization that I have access to because it's important, because it's a team concept. And you never know. That one text or that one phone call may be the difference in that person staying in your organization or getting out of your organization. My next point. This point slapped me a couple of times. Rocky preaches this. Taylor preaches this. Brian preaches this. I preach this. You have to read in order to be successful. You have to read in order to be successful. But now I'm going to change that. You have to read information that leads to success in order to be successful. See, the thing about people is you have to give people specifics. So if you tell a person to read and they'll be successful, then they'll go read Jet, Ebony, and the Players Club magazine and be like, oh, I'm supposed to be rich tomorrow because I read those. Man, I was reading. No, you wasn't. That had no wisdom. That had no intelligence. It benefited you none. If you're in this business, you should be learning on personal development. If you're in this business, you should be reading stuff dealing with taxes. If you're in this business, you should be reading information about budgeting. If you're in this business, you should be reading things about capital compound interest. If you're in this business, you should be reading things about couponing. If you're in this business, you should be learning another language. If you're in this business, you should be looking at traveling. Because guess what? All of those things we have ready access to. There's a young lady, Shanna, she posts so much information like today. They've updated the free tool. She's posted more stuff about the free stuff that we have. Now my question is, how many of us have done that? I've already made it my mission, and I told her I'm going to do it when I get off training call tonight. Not only was that a promise to myself, but that was a promise to her, because how can I tell her I'm going to do something if I don't show results? We're in a result-based business. Remember, last week I talked about look at yourself as your name, Inc. This is the result of you doing your work. You benefit. Number 5. Am I on 5? I think 5. Maybe further than that. But number 5. How in the world can you talk to somebody and you haven't touched the product? TaxBot should be the first, the last, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth product you learn. You should learn TaxBot every single day. It is the single most important tool in our business. Say it again. TaxBot is the single most important tool in our business. Our entire business plan, our entire business model is centered around TaxBot, and close second is OneFinance. Those two tools you should be applying every day. If you're not applying those tools, if you're not learning from those tools, if you're not training with those tools, it's not even a question if you will fail, you are failing. Because you're refusing to take the knowledge, the information that is already given to you, that you already paid your overhead costs as an entrepreneur to have, and you refuse to use your product. I get up in the morning, I open up OneFinance. I tell you why I do, because guess what? Donald doesn't have a PlayStation. Got rid of it. Not important. Donald doesn't have a living room. Got rid of it. Not important. No need to be in there watching TV chilling. I'm not telling you these because it sounds good. I'm telling you because it's important. If you want to be successful, get uncomfortable. You want to get successful? Lose something and have to fight to get it back. You become successful real quick. If your light bill is due, you get real successful real quick to get enough money to pay your light bill. If your child don't have food on the table, you get real successful real quick to put food on the table so your child can eat, even if it's nothing but a pack of ramen noodles. You figure out how to do it. Your business should be no different. See, you should be working your business as literally as if someone's trying to take it from you. Tonight, I'm telling you, this is not going to be a pretty conversation. I'm talking about myself too. Understand this. This training call is personal. That's why I wanted this one. That's why I didn't ask a lot of people to come on this training call, because this training call is personal. And you should be taking this personal, and you should be taking notes, and you should be telling your downlines, and you should be telling your cross lines, you need to get on this training call tonight. I put out a challenge early December, the first week of December. If you go on my page, if you follow my page, if you even go in some of the chat groups, I posted it. I said, I'm looking for 30 people who want to get out of debt, who want to understand financial solutions, XYZ, and I posted it, and I said, if you're interested, say yes or call my phone number. I didn't do it because it was cute. I took it serious. Why? Because we're in a time where we're getting ready to go into the new year. People are making New Year's resolutions. See, if you're a business owner, you have to think like a business. You can't think like a consumer. People are getting ready to make decisions for an entire year based off of the month of December. People are like, oh, I'm going to wait the tax season. Tax season is too late. People got money. They might sign up because they got money to play with, but you can't approach them because they don't need to make a change right now. Because, see, when people get something, they don't need you right away. See, they don't need you today without. Think about it. You got friends. Your friend get $10,000 in their pocket. They ain't calling you tomorrow. Girl, I'm going to Vegas. We finna do it. Pop bottles, pop champagne. I'm doing it. But let her not have a ride to work tomorrow. I bet you she'll call you at 2 o'clock in the morning. See, right now you're in that time of the year where people don't have, because they spending it on Christmas. But then they watching you still posting about the one life. I'm doing it big. Well, how are you doing it? Because I'm putting myself in position. See, remember, success is when opportunity and preparedness meet each other. Opportunity plus preparedness equals success. You cannot be successful unless you have those two key components first. So first you got to be given the opportunity. Opportunity is wake up now. Preparedness is actually being prepared to accept the opportunity. See, remember, if you listen to the audiobook Rocky and Taylor put out this week, My First Year in Network Marketing, it talks about that. It comes from a different slant, but it talks about that same concept. See, guys, just because you're not always posting in the team chats, just because you're not always posting on the team wall, doesn't mean you still don't use the information. Get out of this mindset of me, I. Start reaching out to your team. Every day you should at least have a conversation with a team member. I talk to multiple team members on a daily basis. Get I out of the way. Get me out of the way. I don't talk to them because I need them. I talk to them because I want them. I want them in my life so bad that I need information from them. Get out of this concept of it's mine. I take from Shanna's wall every single day and post it on my Facebook. And I inbox her and tell her, oh, I'm reposting that, taking that, love it, bye boo. Because if we're on the same team, we're fighting for the same goal, and our business is all the same. It's time to stop crying, guys. We are a powerful team. We have some great personalities. But my next point is stop standing in your own way. See, Ricardo talked a couple of weeks ago about no more excuses. But we're still making them. Oh, I can't go do this because I don't have a business card. Oh, I can't go do this because nobody picked me up. Oh, I can't go do this because of XYZ. Well, let me give y'all some background on me. I'm gonna tell you. Y'all gonna laugh. Y'all gonna be like, dang, this boy work hard. Cause see, I'm not interested in selling nobody no false dreams. Okay? My organization's not the biggest, but we trying. Donald does not own a vehicle. Okay? Everywhere that I get, I'm either on a train, a bus, or somebody's picking me up. Let's not be cute now. Let's get real. I pay $1,000 a month in child support. I have a 3-bedroom apartment in a gated community, and I only work at the VA hospital, making $38,000 a month. But guess what? I have 3 businesses on the side: Wake Up Now Photography and Oils. I hustle. I get out. I talk to people. I put people in the business that has never met anyone on this team other than through chat. Why? Because at the end of the day, I'm going to show them every single day that I want better, that I will be better, and that I'm striving to be better. See, it's not about being cute. If you want to be cute, go sit over there. I don't really want you on my team. Let's be honest about it. I want grinders. I want workers. I want believers. I want people who see the vision. When you get to that point, when you just say, this is what I want and nothing will stop me, nobody will get in my way. I'm not lying. I'm not cheating. I'm not deceiving nobody to get there, but I'm going to put in the effort, the energy, and I'm going to work for it. Guess what? You get there. I go to bed every single night after 12 o'clock because I'm on the phone talking to people. I'm on the phone caring for people. I'm on the phone talking about this business. I'm texting people. I'm chatting with people. I'm posting until God knows whatever time. I get up in the morning. I'm posting. I'm posting about the business. And in between that, guess what? I got Facebook open. I got Wake Up Now open. I got my work screen open. I get paid 8 hours a day to do Wake Up Now. Yes, that's what I do. But how much energy and effort are you putting into Wake Up Now? We can turn up on First Friday, but can you turn up more than an hour a day for something that will benefit you the rest of your life? It takes 13 minimum people in your organization, or you can purchase 13 volume worth of, people worth of stuff to make the 600 Club. 13 people. Even if you do one a month, in a year's time, you could be making a residual $600 a month. If nobody else on your team does nothing, that's just you working. But if you get one person and duplicate that one person, that's the first thing I did. I duplicated my first person. And I talk about him and her so much, Corey and Tanya. That was my first persons into the business. And I duplicated them. I duplicated them so much that they scare me. Tanya and Corey took it by the cojones, to say, and ran with it. Duplicate that one person. Get in, learn everything, be a sponge, talk to me, talk to Rocky, talk to Taboo, talk to Taylor, talk to Ricardo, talk to Brian, talk to Kyle, talk to Matt, talk to these boss ladies. Get that information. Because guess what? All of us are gifted at a different part of the business. And then you get that and you start talking to people and you duplicate that person. And then you get that next person and you duplicate that person. And you have them teaching the same thing that you taught. And after a while, your team is powerful. Guys, I want y'all to understand the importance of taking your business serious. Not just saying it, but doing it, the effort. If you're not good at talking to somebody, guess what? Pick up the phone, make a phone call, say, hey, listen, I really want to share this opportunity with you. I know exactly what this business is and about, but I am not a good talker. Can I please just put my business partner on the phone and let him explain it to you? Or let her explain it to you? And then most people say, sure, especially if you know him, sure, put him on the phone. Hey, Ricardo, listen. Guy, I'm gonna call this person once I get done. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna put it on three-way, or even if you call your upline first. Hey, we're gonna call this person. Let them know that you're gonna be on the call. Get it started. After I introduce you, can you just take over? I'm nervous. Not a problem. Hey, blah blah blah. Hey, my name is Ricardo Davis. I'd like to introduce Wake Up Now to you. Use your team. When I tell you, Tanya called me every day. She called Rocky every day. Taboo every day. We use our upline. Hey, can you talk to this person? Absolutely. Get on the phone, edify. Hey, so and so, I'd like for you to be introduced to Mr. So and so. This is why we even do it in the training calls. Edification. This person right here is a leader in the business. They've been in the business X amount of time, X amount of years. This is a little background about them. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, so and so, you got the floor. It's not that hard, guys. If you listen to my first year in network marketing, quit trying to reinvent the wheel. Quit. Just execute. Just what if you live in the business, most of the time someone's going to ask you eventually. Nance and Tanya and one of her friends, they went out this past weekend. These ladies was talking about the business so much that somebody walked up to them and said, listen, can you give me some information? Because that's all y'all been talking about since y'all got here. That's why I do it. I don't promote the business in a sense of going up to people, hey, you want to come to a meeting? No, I talk to people about the business all day. What? Call Brian. Hey, Brian, bro, I got this excellent idea about trying to get people in the business. Financial, we got some financial tools that's working for us, blah, blah, blah. I know Brian gets tired of hearing sometimes the same conversation with me, but it works. I will get into a crowd of people and find somebody and wake up now and call them and talk about the business. Why? Because if I'm talking about the business, I don't have to pitch that person. They listening. People nosy. Why you think you got World Star Hip Hop and all these other things where you can look at stuff online? Because people are nosy. People want to know what you're doing. So you weed out the ones who, oh, that ain't for me. And you let the ones who keep listening and want a little bit more information, you bring them in. All right, guys. So look at those nuggets. Look at those points that I dropped tonight. I got real serious tonight. I love y'all. It's not personal. I'm not mad at anybody. If you haven't taken your business serious, it's not about you not taking your business serious. I just want you guys to understand the importance of what you got. You literally have something that if you truly put in the effort, within a year's time, your life will be completely different. I honestly believe if you really put in a year's time of work, 1 year of solid work, just like you go to your job 9 to 5, if you put in 1 year's time, the residuals of what you will build out of that, your life will be different. People will look at you different. But you can start that year today, or you can start that year a year from now, and then get out of Wake Up Now and says it doesn't work. Give you case in point. I went grocery shopping yesterday. I have become a master couponer. Never really used coupons ever in my life before coming into this business. I bought 2.5 weeks worth of groceries, toilet paper, bacon, coffee. I ain't talking about cheap items. I bought expensive items. I spent $56. Because I got on there, I printed out coupons for my business. Guys, don't just get stuck with Wake Up Now. Go on to other things, print coupons, go directly to the retailers, print coupons, because get in the mindset of saving. That's what this business teaches. Don't just think because, oh, I couldn't do it with Wake Up Now, so I didn't do it. No, use every resource. That's what the wealthy do. They use every resource. Take advantage. Grow. But if anything, change yourself. Get uncomfortable. I put that on my Facebook today. That was my last post for Facebook today. Get uncomfortable. Get out of your comfort zone. If talking to people isn't your level of comfortability, get uncomfortable. If couponing isn't your level of comfortability, get uncomfortable. If budgeting money wasn't your level of comfortability, get uncomfortable. If checking TaxBot or One Finance or One Local every day to see what deals is out there, get uncomfortable. Before you start reading all the audiobooks, go through One Train. Go through One Videos. Go through one, whatever it is, 600 Club. Go through all of those training tools until you can operate the business in and out. When someone can literally walk up to you and say, hey, I have an issue with such and such. Hey, did you try this? Yes, did you try this? Well, then if it's still not working, you need to call corporate. You should be able to spit this business off like this after 30 days because that means you have muscle memory. That means every single day you're plugging into your business. Guys, I love you, but I can tell you this business more than 3 months, and I pick up your phone and say open up TaxBot, and I don't see at least $400 in deductions. I know you haven't used it. Why? Because just with the first 3 months alone, guess what? You should have $300 worth of deductions just from your membership fees. So when I ask a person, hey, how much do you have deducted for the year? $88. How? It's impossible. And then I look at them and say, they're not taking their business serious. I'm not going to tell you if you don't read, you're not taking your business serious. But if you're not using your business tools, you're not taking your business serious. If you're not plugged into One Finance, you're not taking your business serious. If you're paying full price for oil change, you're not taking your business serious. If you go to Macy's and pay full price for everything, you're not taking your business serious. There should be no reason why every day we shouldn't see posts of someone saying, ooh, I just saved money at XYZ. Ooh, I saved 15% when I went over there. I saved 10% over there. I got cash back on that. But I don't see the post. I don't never see it going up. Maybe onesies and twosies there. See, guys, that's why people are not coming into your organization. Because they don't see. Seeing is believing. You think I'm lying? Ask Tanya how many people she put in about 30 days. Her and Corey put in about 8 people in 30 days simply because they talked about the business. People saw them talking about the business, talking about how they took coupons, saved money, went, used those same coupons, got a discount, used the discount, got a discount on for a gas card, got a gas card, went somewhere else where it was cheaper, put more gas in their car, and saved an extra 20 cents. See, yeah, it sounds like work because it is a little work, but they save over $300-400 that 1 month and put multiple people in their business. And Corey went straight to D3, and Tanya went straight to D3 instantly because people saw them taking their business serious. They got invites on Facebook, and guess what they did? They turned those invites into prospects. Hey, listen, right now I'm in a growth cycle. Guys, look up business cycle. Look up the word business cycle. Everybody in this business, write this down, business cycle, Google it tomorrow or tonight, business cycle, I'm going to keep saying it. You should be in your growth cycle in business right now today, which means you're in the process of growing your business. That's the hardest working time for business. Wake Up Now was in its growth cycle, and it just moved over to an operating cycle, which means it has sustainability. We're in a growth cycle. But what she did was she took it and said, hey, listen, I'm in a growth cycle right now. Not really looking to make friends. If you're interested in business, I can add you. If you're not, I can't add you. She sent that response back before she accepted anybody on her Facebook page. She had over 100 people inbox her, added her within the first month of getting into the business. See, we're not telling you to change your life. We're just telling you to use the business to enhance your life. Okay? I got long-winded because these topics was important. I love you guys. I'm going to end the call, but before I go, I'm going to see if any of our leaders who are on tonight have anything that they want to add before we go. So each of the leaders, I give you a quick 2 minutes, add anything you want to add, and then I'll come back and close it out for tonight. So we'll start with Ricardo, followed by Jerica, followed by Brian, and then I'll end it.
Wow, I don't know if I can top that, Donald, man. The only thing I have to say is I hope you guys was taking notes, because I definitely was. If you missed any part of it, we're going to put the link up in the chat instantly. So you guys need to make sure that y'all catch the whole thing, because all the topics today was real powerful. and it blew my mind. And like I said, every last one of these training calls, I always leave learning something new. I definitely learned something new today. So that's it for me. Good night, guys. I appreciate the time. Always. You guys have a good night.
All right, guys. That was awesome, Donald. You know, just to close it up, just don't be afraid of rejection. Have that confidence, especially when you're talking to people, because I know I have that issue, being afraid, you know, being rejected, with someone saying no. But it's okay if someone tells you no, but just keep your head up, keep in contact with everybody, and we're all here for you. Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody. Man, Donald, you touched some points, boy. Oh my God. Let me just say one thing. You know, in order to become a leader or a better leader, I swear to God, guys, you have to be coachable. And Donald touched some pointers on here tonight. I've been, you know, I took my notes. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I took some notes. You know, everything Donald was talking about, you know, I definitely have a lot of things to implement into my life that he touched on. You know, so Donald, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sure everybody, you know, appreciate, you know, everything that you said because it was needed to be said, and I appreciate you for that. Man, there's nothing else I can say, man. Don, you did it tonight, bro. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody. Go ahead, Don.
One more thing before I put you back on. I'm sorry. Next week, Wednesday, same time, I will be hosting it. Okay. There's 3 slots open right now for anybody that wants to step up and share some knowledge with the whole team. You know, and you can just send me a message directly. Everybody knows my name, but if you don't, it's Ricardo Davis. You can find me on Facebook just by putting in Ricardo Davis, or in the chat. You can just, you know, send me a little message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I get the message. And it's the first 3 people that contact me. So just, you know, just to let you guys know, next week, Wednesday, same time, 8 o'clock, I will be hosting it, and I'm looking for 3 speakers. If it's new, it'll be perfect, but you don't have to be new. You could have spoke before. It doesn't even matter. All right, guys. Good night.
All right, guys. Just going to wrap up real quick. Just quick housekeeping notes. If you were not aware, there has been some changes to the training schedules. Every Wednesday night, we will be having training sessions. Every Friday night going forward, we will be having a team training either in Boynton or down in Davies at the 2 Duck and Donut locations. So look out for that. Also, every Thursday night at Taylor and Rocky's house, they will be having a training. And then every Sunday morning, they will, Saturday. I want to say Saturday. Not sure. But look in the chat. Saturday morning, they will also be holding it. So, guys, you have 4 Power Pack days that you can get people into the business. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, because guess what? Even on these team training calls, we still drop nuggets that's even pertinent to a person's life. So if a person said, hey, what are you doing Wednesday? Well, I got this training call. You want to sit in with me? It's only about 30, 45 minutes. Sure, absolutely. Plug in. Okay? Don't be afraid to show your business. Okay? But other than that, I have nothing else. I enjoyed you guys tonight. It was an honor to present, and I love giving you guys knowledge. And guess what? I take so much knowledge from y'all because I talk to y'all every day. So be blessed. If you have any questions, again, reach out to me, Brian, Ricardo, Jay, Taylor, Rocky, anybody in this business, Taboo, reach out because you guys have some awesome leaders. And I would not be where I'm at today if it wasn't for the people that's on this call and our other leaders that's not on this call. So I thank you guys. I love you, and I'll see you guys soon. You can end it, Brian.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.